I'm Arthur Moats, and I'm here to tell you about my new book, The Moats Theory of Life. If you haven't picked up a copy yet, I strongly encourage you to. This book not only is a fun read, but it's a guide to helping you become a person of impact and inspiration. If you are ready to take the next step to improving not only your life, but those around you as well, go get a copy of The Moats Theory of Life, and it's available at moatstheory.com. What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's up, bro?
What's good, man? Good weekend for you? How was your bye week? You know, we got to ask about the bye week, because it was the bye week.
Was it a good weekend?
Week of non-Steeler football on vacay, bye mode.
Pitt let me down again. Pitt let all of us down again.
They did. After all that talking, too. Oh, man, we disrespected.
The defense was just terrible. The defense was bad. And not saying the offense was amazing, but it was, we were plugging along. Plugging along. Finally took the lead at the end. And then it just seemed, this passer for NC State, I didn't know he was like the second coming of Trevor Lawrence or something here, man. It seemed like he was able to get whatever he could against our cornerbacks with those receivers. So it was frustrating.
Well, I do know this, man. With Pitt, they play a lot of press man on top of that. And the only thing with that is kind of the gift and the curse. If you have the top tier corners, and in the past they have, when you think about Ryan Lewis, when you think about, I'm trying to blank on the other guy who was in, who would have been in Philly last year.
Maddox.
Yeah, Vontae Maddox. When you think about those two guys, they were able to stand up out there doing some of that man-to-man press stuff. But now you're transitioning a little bit, and rightfully so. You just know that, hey, man, if you're not perfect every time, you can get gashed. I mean, I see it all the time with JMU. It's the same concept. Like, as long as you got high-end cover guys, you could play that press, man. Your D-line loves it, which is why a lot of times you're able to get the sacks that, you know, Pitt is able to get. But when you don't have the guys, or if they take a step back or they have just an off game, yikes.
So it is what it is. It was bound to happen, dude. I mean, the 3-0, is that Pitt's history? That's, you know, a loss was happening somewhere in the future here.
Ye of little faith. Golly.
They always let you down, man. There's always a game or two like they should win, but they'll let you down. But then they'll beat Notre Dame or some team like that. That's kind of how it is with Pitt. I'm trying to think of my weekend here, man. I mean, Sunday, I just laid on the couch and watched.
Did you golf or anything? No golf.
Watched Red Zone. I golfed yesterday.
Okay.
I mean, it was good, dude. It was a bye week. I think that's the best way to put it. I was just relaxing, man. I just took it in, and I understand we got 13 games in a row coming up here, and I'm getting ready. I guess that's it, man. I don't really have. I golfed pretty good yesterday, so that's a plus.
Okay.
I don't know. What about you?
Man, my weekend was good, man. I got to, first off, you know my vibe right now, man. During 2020, don't call me, don't text me, don't DM me on the weekends, because I'm in a state of mind that is only for one player. You know what I mean? I don't need to be interacting. And I got a chance to enjoy that again. Let's see. From a UFC standpoint, I got the fights I wanted to see. Holly Holm went to work. Pop, pop, pop. She looked good. I was enjoying that. NASCAR, not so good. I wanted to skip over that. And then let's see.
What happened? What did he get in?
Oh, no. It was a ton of crashing stuff on that race.
Oh, really?
That ain't crazy, though.
What Harvick get, though?
He finished, I think, 20th in that race. Yeah.
Oh, no.
We ain't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I say you are in that where you already qualified. Now you're just kind of waiting. It's that whole phase right now.
Okay.
We're not tripping on that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then let's see. LeBron and them, they made it 2-1. Excuse me, with the Heat. That would have been Friday night, I think. Yeah, that was Friday night.
Well, no. Well, Friday night the Lakers won, and then the Heat Sunday night.
That's
won.
what it was. I knew it was one of them nights. Yeah, so that was cool. But I was really hyped because my Buffalo Bills won again.
Oh, man.
Oh, now it was, whoa, man. 4-0.
Oh, man. Not whoa, man.
Yeah, clutch performances again. Dropping major dimes. Holy cow. Like, it was nasty what I was seeing. Even gave us some 7 heroics too, man. Left with an injury, came back, dropped some more daggers on him.
See, I was watching on Red Zone. I didn't know he got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt for a little while, then came right back, shook it off, had everybody heart stop, and then lit him up some more. It was beautiful. And actually, the defense played a lot better too this game, man. So, I was a little bit excited, man. Did you get a chance to tune into that?
It was on the red zone. I watched red zone all day on Sunday, so I was getting. They had that game on a decent amount, so I did get to see it. Raiders, I told you they're not that good. They're
not that good. They're sitting at what 2? They're 2-2 right now.
Yeah,
2-2.
they exposed themselves against the Patriots, and that's why I picked the Bills.
Think about the two teams
I don't think they're that good.
The Patriots, who we saw them give the Chiefs major problems with Brian Hoyer and Jarrett Stidham at quarterback, and then they lost to the Buffalo Bills. I think those are two quality teams in the AFC. We said we feel like both of them teams will make the playoffs this year, so I'm not about to hold that against the Raiders.
They're exposed. They're done.
You say so, man.
They're exposed. Although I will say that
you lose to a 4-0 team, and then the Patriots are 2-2 now. Obviously, the one game without Cam though. Yeah. I'm not holding that against them.
Well, it's Derek Carr, man. I don't think he's that amazing, and I think that game proved it. He'll put up stats, he'll put up the cute numbers, the nice completion percentage. When it comes down to it, the fumble killed him, and then Darren Waller fumbled too. So I do think the Raiders played them tight a little bit for the most part. It was a pretty good game. I think it was 17-16 at one point, right?
Yeah, it was, absolutely.
But yeah, it was the two fumbles that really cost the Raiders, and I think that just goes hand in hand. I just don't think they're ready. I think
logic is flawed. Always.
What do you mean?
It is always flawed.
Wait, why?
Cool.
Wait, so the opposite is all right. Those two fumbles are the things that cost them.
Absolutely,
so if they clean up the fumbles,
the one fumble,
I get that, but
that was Josh Norman punching the ball out, a la Peanut Tillman style. That has zero to do with the offense. That's kind of like when Marlon Humphrey forced the fumble on Juju last year. We weren't over here talking about, oh man, the Steelers, they aren't ready. Juju's choking. No, it was, man, that's a great play by Marlon Humphrey. Man, sometimes the defense makes plays. That has zero to do with the Raiders, man. That was a great play by Josh Norman. His first game back since he's been hurt. I thought it was a great play by him, man. I don't put that against Darren Waller. I thought it was just a good heads-up play, good savvy play, and we've seen DBs make those type of plays because a lot of times when a receiver, after he gets possession, he's trying to, get out of it and get a couple of yards, that those first 2 or 3 steps when the ball is most vulnerable. I thought it was a great play, man.
Yeah, I guess the counter to the counter is just hold on to the ball, man. Like
so you ain't say that with Juju.
It's winning time.
You ain't say that with Juju. Who was over here? Marlon Humphrey.
It's both. It's always both, dude. It's always both. Let's be real. It is always both. It was a good play, but
so you
Juju,
just don't want to give credit to the Bills. That's what it is right now, bro.
No, that's not it. No, Bills look good.
Was it not a great play?
Huh?
Was it not a great play?
Yeah, and he got a hold on the ball. It's
but
both.
Was it a great play?
Yeah, it was. That's what I said.
Okay.
It was. Okay. He's got a hold on the ball
not
too.
The caveat. Was it a great play? Was it a great play? That's all I want to know.
I gotta throw the caveat. I'm not knocking the. No. Hold on.
Josh Norman element a great side. Was that part great?
It was. But
okay, cool. All right, that's fine. That's
nothing. What I'm saying is knocking the Bills. Wait, why are you thinking that?
Because you're not giving them enough credit, man. You're knocking the Raiders for losing to the Patriots and the Bills. And
I don't think the Raiders are that good. No, Bills are contenders. Bills are legit.
I'm saying
Bills are good.
Not the Vegas Raiders as contenders, but you don't think they're a good team. I think they're a good team. I think it's no different than in the AP poll, right? You can have the 9th or 10th ranked team, and they're still a good team, but we know they're not the top 3 or 4 teams. I think the Raiders are still in that tier in terms of that 10, 9, 10, or 9 through 12 range, right? Good teams. They might even win a playoff game, right? But they're not going to really push you in terms of being a Super Bowl contender. Still a good team, though. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the way you're knocking them off of the 2 losses they had is if they were the Chicago Bears. I don't think the Bears are good at all. That'd be like, let's talk about the Texans. I don't think the Texans are good right now. Obviously, they just fired their head coach / GM. You get fired 2 times on your day off. That's a really, really bad day. But I think of those teams as teams that aren't ready, as teams that aren't just good. You know what I mean? I don't look at the Raiders like that. I think the Raiders are a good team. I just don't think that they're in the same class of the top tier teams in the NFL. And I think that's the difference, man.
Okay, I don't know. I don't see them that way. Maybe they're middle class, but I do see the Bills as a really good team. I don't think you see middle class.
I think you just see the top tier teams.
I do,
and everybody else sucks.
I just don't want to hear. Yeah, I don't want to hear about those middle tier teams. I mean, you could see with my conversations and my dialogue with the Titans last year, and some
they went all the way to the AFC Championship game as a middle tier team.
I get it; they got lucky, but
that's not lucky. That's executing. That's what middle tier teams are. Middle tier teams can be good enough to surprise some teams. If they play their best and a top tier team doesn't play well, they have a chance to win. That's a middle tier team. But what a middle tier team is, if they play their best and the top team plays their best, they don't have a chance. They're still going to lose that game. But you see what I mean? They're still in the conversation. Not like a bad team where you show up and you're like, there is 99 possibilities that you're going to lose this game. And the one way that you're going to win, this person has to get hurt. That person has to get hurt. These have to go wrong. That has to be bad. Like, Yeah, that's why I think you gotta appreciate all 3 tiers of this thing, man.
I'm good. I'll put Bills in top tier though. They look legit. I'm not knocking them at all. I'm not. They look good. Josh Allen looks good. I got no complaints about them, dude. Right. I know that they're your second squad. You played for them and stuff, so I got no hate for them right now.
All right. Fair enough.
I really don't. They look good. They look good. So
are you starting to turn the corner a little bit on Josh Allen? Just a tad bit? I know you kept saying you need to see more. You said that last week too.
I think
the week before that you said you needed to see more.
I have. I think I was telling you I'd put him above like Cousins and Tannehill. I'd have him around the top 10 and everything.
Fair enough. Are you a believer in him now? That's what I want to know. Are you a believer in him?
It's tough because in one aspect I am, because dude, you cannot deny the talent. You cannot deny the throws that he's making. It's been pretty unreal.
It's been crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like he's definitely taken a big step up even from last year. I know we've talked about.
Dude, I tell you, he surprised the heck out of me. Even when we talked about it before the season, I didn't think he was looking like this. This is crazy.
No, yeah. So I think the main thing is just let's see how he finishes out the season. Yeah. So. The wait and see, I know that's kind of said tongue in cheek in the past here. Let's wait and see. But I do think there is part of it where it's like, all right, let's see how you close out the season. Let's see how you can close out big games, games for the division, playoff games. So that's all. And that's not. I don't think that's anything specific to Josh Allen. I think that's just young quarterbacks that are popping off. Let's see it in big moments. Oh man.
Oh, okay. Just want to get a little contradiction out the way. That's cool. It's all good, man.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm just saying you just said with young quarterbacks, right? Mm-hmm. But you don't feel that way about Kyler Murray. You believe in Kyler Murray right now, today.
He's taking a few steps back here these last couple games.
Saying, how many games have we seen him so far?
I'd put Josh Allen over Kyler right now.
Oh, now you do? Okay.
I would.
Last week you weren't saying that. I'm just checking that.
We weren't talking about Josh Allen versus Kyler. We were talking about Kyler versus Cousins and Tannehill and all them. And I already told you I put Allen over those guys. So that's the same tier right there, Kyler and Allen. But Allen's got the head up. I'm telling you that right now. I will give you that. I don't know why you want me to be talking good about the Bills. Is that what it is?
No. I just want to see how much he has to do for you to come in and give him credit, because
he's top 10. He's up there.
Okay. That's all I want to hear.
He's good.
I'm cool with you on that, man.
And like I said, I'll be consistent with this.
That's all I'm looking for. Consistency.
Let's see late in the season, division matches, whatever it is. Because we haven't seen
late games this year. We've seen late games in 3 of the 4 games now. We've seen him.
He's done good, yeah.
And we've also seen him in the division twice now, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they have
Patriots.
2 divisions.
I'm specifically talking Patriots.
Fair enough. Okay.
For the division, those type of games, or trying to lock up the one. Well, that's not going to matter if you just make the playoff. I just got to see you in the playoffs. Then if you can win the division, tight matches against Patriots, whatever it is, outduel Cam. And then also winning the playoffs, then you got to give it to him. I'm giving it to him now. Like I said, top 10. You can't deny what you're seeing. That's it.
Just check it, baby. Listen,
he's playing good.
I don't want anything else from you. I just wanted to just hear a little something. You know what I mean? Make sure we was on the same page.
Wait, is that any different than what I have been saying for Josh this season? Season,
bro. After week 1. His performance he had in week 1. Then he turned around and threw for 400 yards in week 2.
What did I say? I said he's playing good.
No. You were
said he's playing good.
You were like, man, we still got to wait and see.
But
and then when he gave you the Rams game, that shows you clutch. And then you were like,
no.
All right, well,
I know.
All right.
I know for a fact. I said he's been playing good throughout this. I think you just want to focus on my caveat.
Bro, that's the thing, though. To say he's been playing good.
He's been playing real good. I think I said real. I don't know.
So my question is, if he's been playing good, what is what is Russell Wilson been playing like? What has Aaron Rodgers been playing like?
They're all playing good, man. They're all playing really good.
So what's Big Ben playing like?
Ben's playing really good too.
Okay. So no greats though. Nobody's been playing great.
Everyone's been playing great, man.
Who was everywhere? It can't everyone.
All the top quarterbacks that I care about. That's good. Everyone's playing good, man. Great, whatever. I mean, we're getting into.
I just like to give you a little, so we're getting into the quarterback conversation.
We're getting into the weeds here about nuances and stuff.
No, it's only weeds because you're trying to just finagle your way out and giving the man some love. That's all.
Who? Josh Allen? Are we talking specifically Josh Allen?
I'm just saying, bro. No,
because I swear, dude. I promise. Like, if I'm wrong,
I feel like if
I'm wrong, let us know in the comments. Yeah. But I think I've said he's been playing really good. I've liked his passes. It's undeniable. He's got the talent. And all I would say is let's wait and see. Now I'm letting you know what wait and see means. That's all.
So we got to wait all the way to the end of the year now.
Yeah, but I'm not discrediting what he's doing right now, though. I just told you he's top 10. He's been playing awesome. He's been playing awesome.
I ain't got no issue, baby.
Okay, dude.
Hey, this is a step forward for you. I didn't think I would get this from you today. I thought you was gonna come up with some reason or some just.
I got no hate for him.
It's more Diggs than Josh. I was ready to hear something like that, man. You never know what you know how you get when it comes to quarterbacks.
He has surprised me. No, dude. See, here's the thing. This is what I told you. Once I see you got the talent, you got the it factor, all this type of stuff, franchise quarterback, I'll defend you, or I'll say you're there.
All right.
Tannehill, Cousins, those guys aren't there. Once you start hitting that top 10, then I give you your due. And he's been doing that type of stuff. He's got the talent that none of those guys have.
He definitely does, though, man.
And he's combining it, like we said, some of these clutch drives, some of these just dime throws that I'm saying.
Crazy right now, man.
You got to give the due. So that's all.
Absolutely. But to bring it back to Pittsburgh, we do got some exciting news here, man. You want to share?
Reporter Deke here.
Yeah, man. Give us a Deke sports update real quick, man. Actually, that's ESPN. We don't want to take.
That's fine. No. We can do that. They say the best artists are the ones they copy. What's that saying? Is it by Picasso or something?
Is the best form of flattery or something like that, right?
Something like that. So we can steal that. I like that.
I like Pink Panther better.
I kind of like the ESPN one. All right, that's good enough.
Because we chilling. It's chilling with Deke. Chilling with Deke sports update.
All right, that's fine. We'll go with that. All right, this is from Aditi's Twitter.
Aditi Kikabala.
It's official. Fans can be at Heinz Field this Sunday. At Governor Tom Wolf and at PA Health Department have amended their gathering guidelines. And from this, it looks like the Steelers, #Steelers, can welcome in 7,500 people for their game against the Eagles. So it looks like we're going to have some fans, hopefully. I mean, it's going to depend on what the Steelers do with this. If maybe they want to wait another week or so just to get all their plans situated. But I think that's some good news. It looks like Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania in general, Philly, they'll be able to do it as well. It's going to allow some fans in their stadium. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, man, I agree. I think especially when you look around the league and we're seeing multiple teams now, and it's not even as if they're far away in proximity.
Ohio, yeah.
It's like literally 45 to an hour up the road. They got fans over there. We haven't had no fans here. So I think that is cool, man, to see that decision get ruled out. And I think with the Steelers, man, as long as they're operating and doing everything from a safe standpoint and minimizing all potential chances of outbreaks, man, I don't have an issue with it. I just think that you got to be smart, though. That's the biggest thing. We can't take this opportunity and then go out there and just act just bad, go in there. And
Are you talking about the fans?
Yeah, they hit you with
act like Deke.
Yeah, we could have fans in there. All you gotta do is wear a mask now, baby. Just wear a mask, social distance, and then we get in there and people start acting crazy, and then shut the whole thing back down. That's all I'm doing.
Dude, what was it?
Now,
what game was it? Was it the Browns game? I think it was the Browns game. It might have been the Thursday.
Where they had to fight, right?
Was it the Thursday night
absolutely.
with Cincy? Yeah, dude, that's
like that's the type of stuff I'm like, bro. We don't need that. That's not a good look for anybody. All right, 7,500 fans in there, y'all fighting. I mean, you fighting your cousins and your brothers, man. That's only people that's in there with you right now.
What is that? That's less than. Is that less than? Oh man, my math's off. Is it like less than 15%? I don't know.
Well, because Heinz holds close to 70, right? What, 68, 69? So?
Yeah, so 6,000 would be 10%. So it's between 10 and 15%. Yeah. Like, dude, yeah, we should be able to be civil in there, right?
You would hope. we thought that would happen with the Cleveland and the Bengals game, and clearly I was like, yo, this is out of control. How are y'all fighting right now?
That was hilarious.
Like, from my understanding, I thought you could only sit with people that like had seats with you. You know what I mean? It couldn't be like, oh, I'm just gonna randomly sit next to you. So you fight people you know. Like, this is nuts.
I think it was two Cleveland people, right? It wasn't like Cincy Cleveland.
No, it was Browns on Browns. It wasn't Browns on Bengals fighting. Yeah.
They won that game too. Yes. What were they arguing about? What could it be?
Exactly.
Who should be the starter, Chubb or Hunt? I don't think there was anything to argue about that game.
Like,
really.
How do you fight your own fan in a game that you're winning? I can say if you're losing, okay, cool. If it was a Bengals fan, okay, cool.
Burrow did show some magic there. There was a little comeback.
I mean, no, he looked good. But not to the sense that I'm going to fight my own fan.
That's what I mean. I don't know if it was happening during the comeback, maybe. I know the Browns, I think they were in the lead the whole game.
If I remember correctly, they were.
But there was a little Burrow coming back. I wonder if someone was getting a little irritated there. And the other person
like
said, "No, it ain't that. It ain't that person's fault." Maybe that was it. Maybe it's that simple. One guy thought it was the cornerback's fault. The other guy thought it was the safety. Yeah.
Boom. So hopefully we don't have any of that when fans are back at Heinz Field, because that was just embarrassing, man.
Yeah, dude, this is good news. This is great.
I'm excited about it though, man. It's another step in terms of trying to get things back to normal. Like I said, obviously we know because of the pandemic, things are not going to be back to normal just yet. And obviously we have to all adjust and adapt with this situation. But like I said, it's a huge step in the right direction. So I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I am too. I'm going to be interested to see what like ticket prices and stuff go for.
Yeah, and I'll be interested to see actually how many people show up, because I have seen with other stadiums where they've allowed more people, but they still haven't necessarily like filled out that capacity, because obviously you got some people that even though they can afford to go to the games, they don't view it as like worth it right now. Right.
Yeah, so that's why I'm interested too, because you have one case that says, all right, the tickets are more scarce than ever. That man, they're gonna be such a hot commodity, prices are gonna rise. But then you have the other side where maybe the market isn't completely there like you would think, even though it is scarce.
It's not like a normal time. Like if this was normal and you don't have to worry about contracting COVID or the ramifications of that for you or your family, then I think, man, you talk about 7,500 people in the stadium, man, you can sell them tickets for
it'd be
5
crazy.
G's a piece, like
it'd be
easily.
Crazy. Or even if you just took off the top bowl.
It'd be like going to the Super Bowl. Like your nosebleed seats 10 G's. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is. But I think because of the whole pandemic situation, I think that's why it's going to be a little bit different in terms of that market for the pricing of those tickets. I don't think the market's going to be as crazy as I think as anyone anticipated, and that's just based off what we've seen league wide with some of these.
I literally only checked the first game, and that was the Chiefs Texans, and it seemed like those prices were around like $70 or $80. So that's not crazy at all.
Not at all.
If anything, on a resale market, that's might be a little less than you would think.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was just game one. I haven't checked the market since. So my market watch hasn't really been there.
But that was a Deke sports update right there, man.
Hey, man.
Da-dun, da-dun.
I like that. That might be a little segment. That's not bad. You're getting into it, man.
That's the Deke drop, man. I liked it, bro.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that was pretty fire right there, man.
That's not bad. I think our viewers will appreciate that segment.
It's a little, you know what I'm saying, just a little nuance.
I think this is the first time where like maybe before the news, as opposed to we do a whole podcast and news drops afterwards.
All right, it's always the worst, bro.
Because it was literally like 5 minutes before we started recording.
Shout out to you, man. Literally, you. I mean, we were setting up in here.
I don't need the credit. No, I don't need the credit.
Time, man. You know what I mean?
You could give me the Deke report segment, whatever. I don't need the credit for it though. You could be the one that finds the news if you want to give me the information. Then we do the report. It's up to you, but you don't have to give me the credit about behind the scenes like I'm actually doing some work. I don't need that.
Get that Pink Panther music added. I know you the evil genius on the ones and twos. If you can give us that, then I'm all for it. I will supply the news weekly for you.
I don't know. People might like you doing it, to be honest with you.
We'll leave it up to the people then, man.
Yeah.
Y'all let us know what y'all want, man.
Let us know about my Josh Allen takes in the past, if I've been fair up to this point. And then I guess let us know about Moats and the music.
Yeah. Boom, there we go.
That's funny. What do we got here on the docket? What are we doing around the league?
Just around the league, man. Listen.
We got like a few things each that is like, all right, I was looking out for this. I saw it. This caught my attention.
Man,
what do you think about it?
A couple things stand out to me. Number one, Baltimore is back being Baltimore. I think people that are ready to jump the gun on them. Yeah. Slow your brakes, baby. Slow your brakes. Even though your boy Dwayne Haskins did give you a little 300 burger.
Nah, man.
Straight garbage.
Nah, dude.
It was trash. Nah,
dude. I think they're... actually, we'll get to this topic whenever I go through mine. But
and what were your thoughts on? I thought Chargers Buccaneers was actually surprisingly good. The Chargers, man, they got a quarterback. Herbert looks good. Dude, they had a lead. They had a 2-score lead. I want to say
24-7 before half, and then the running back fumbles it literally right at their goal line with 40 seconds left, and that gave the Bucs a chance to get a touchdown. But yeah, they were up 24-7 with just about the halfway point.
They look good at times, and then Father Tom got beat up.
Dude, no, what? You're just saying that to mess with me, man. Because, the pick six was bad, but, I mean, come on.
Father Time got beat up?
No.
No.
365 touchdowns.
No. I'm saying like Father Time, not. Like,
I thought you said
Brady.
Father Tom. Like
No, Father Time. Like Brady beat up Father Time.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm with you. We agree.
Okay. I thought you were ripping on Brady because of the pick or like the first half, whatever.
Wow.
I don't know. There's.
Do you see how high alert you were for Brady?
What do you mean?
Did you see how high alert you were right there? You just thought you heard it different. And you was over here ready to put your cape on.
Well, whenever you say father something.
And throw on your TB12 underwear and go to work, bro. Like,
see, whenever you say father something, usually that means, all right, that person's old.
No, I said
I misheard you.
Up Father Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I heard.
You were just so
Father
ready to
Time
defend.
beat him up.
You were so ready to defend Tom Brady's honor.
Because, dude, there have been. Listen, man, this is one take I'm right about. And you know what? I'm wrong about a lot of takes, but this is one thing that I've been pretty steadfast about throughout last season up to this point. And a lot of people jumping off the ship, even this year, saying,
I've seen it. I mean, after week one, people were jumping off.
It's ridiculous.
We both agreed that it would take a little bit of time. And I think that he's picking up faster than I pretty much expected. I mean, here he is 4 games in, but you saw that second half, man, that was Brady. That was vintage Brady. That's dropping dimes, making audibles, not going for the short. We going for the juggler. Like, let's throw this ball downfield. Like, that's the Brady that we know. And that's what we feel like he can still be. And now with those weapons, man, you saw what Mike Evans looked like out there with him, man. Dude, this is legit.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that Brady isn't just isolating one guy and just saying he has to get the ball. He's spreading it around. To me, I think that's the biggest thing right now, man. Just seeing how he's getting more comfortable with his weapons and his weapons are getting more acclimated with him. I think as the season progressed, they're only going to continue to get better. This isn't a team that, even though they have a good record, we feel like are going in the wrong direction. I think this is a team that is not even scratching the surface in terms of how good they can be.
Yeah, their defense is pretty good too. The one thing I want to say, because I don't want to rip on Herbert at all. I think Herbert's been amazing, but I think this is why I talk about Tom being in the top 5 still. And just being that caliber of quarterback. You saw end of game. Like, as much as you want to say Herbert's been amazing, a lot of these young quarterbacks have been amazing, pick at the end. Where's Brady?
Oh, hey,
no, dude. I'm just saying. No.
Isolate 2 plays. So that's
no.
Dude, I look at it like this, right?
What I'm saying is, you talked about vintage Brady, the 5 touchdown second half. It's like, dude, that is what you want. That's why you say top 5. That's why you say I want this quarterback in the playoffs, late game situations, all that type of stuff. Whereas Herbert had the pick, and I don't want to say like, oh, Herbert doesn't have it. That's just inexperienced, young quarterback, whatever. Because I do want to say he needs to be the starter right now. There should be no debate on him, Tyrod Taylor, whatever. Like, if anything, if you're doing the draft right now, number 1 pick, like redrafting, I think it's a legit debate. You're putting Herbert over Burrow.
Burrow's been looking nice.
He's been looking good too, but like, dude, Herbert's got crazy talent. But anyway, I just want to say, like, it's Tom Brady, man. Like, I can't all the people count him out and stuff.
I guess this is my biggest thing, man. The only reason I have an issue when you try to just narrow it down to, oh, he threw a pick, he closed it out. It wasn't like it was a driver to game difference. I thought the second half performances were the biggest difference. And when I think of why I think Tom Brady is still a top 5 guy, or when we talk about our elite quarterbacks, it's not that they take the whole second half off and only give you 1 or 2 drives at the end. You saw from the third quarter on, Brady looked different. That's what to me was the difference in terms of once he turned, he had a switch at halftime, man. He came out in the second half, he just looked better. And then about the 5 or 6 minute mark, we saw a drive stall with Herbert, and we saw with Brady him kill multiple minutes on the clock. I think that's the biggest difference. I don't think it's just he threw a pick here.
Right. Okay.
This dude drove here.
Well, we don't have to use the pick, but just saying, the offense stalled. It just wasn't the same in the second half as opposed to Brady coming back and just being clutch like that.
But this is the thing, though. It's I just feel like it doesn't give the full perspective when you making it to a small sample size of just these are the 2 reasons why. You know what I mean? That's just from my perspective.
I guess the point or the reason I wanted to bring that up is just these fans these days, the kids, they want to jump to the newest flavor of the month. They want to jump to They want to jump to the new hot rookie coming in.
They do.
And say these guys are better than the old heads.
That's what they do.
They do, man.
That's what they do, huh?
Yeah. Wait, what are you saying?
Oh, just curious.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just curious.
Wait, what's going on?
No. I mean, you good, man?
Wait, I want to.
No.
Wait, why?
It's they. It's not. It's them. They do that, huh?
Am I doing that? When am I doing that?
It's all good, man.
Wait, what am I doing there?
It's all good, bro.
Wait, what am I doing?
It's them. They do that a lot.
Fans.
They do it. Yeah. They whoo, boy, they jump the gun a lot, boy. Woo, wait.
On quarterbacks, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
On quarterbacks. We had our elite quarterback discussion in the offseason, and I don't want to put my brain through that and try to bring back our rankings and stuff like that and try to figure out who's in it and who's not. But I had the elite guys in there for a reason, and I'm not backing down. But there's probably a lot of kids out there, a lot of fans that are thinking, man, some of these young quarterbacks are in here, man, they're better than Brady, they're better than Breeze, and just give me a break.
I know from a statistical standpoint, technically they are, but we don't care about none of that. We don't care about
Who do you think I'm talking about?
I don't know.
See, you think I'm talking about Josh Allen.
I didn't do it. I didn't say anything about him.
See, I'm
His
not
numbers
at
speak
all.
for itself. I'm not even talking about him.
I'm not talking about him at all.
In fact, I mean, when you compare him to Russ, Aaron, Mahomes, he is identical right now. Identical.
I take their experience. That's the
hey,
thing.
man, to each his own.
And that's the
you
thing.
want Holland experience when Mahomes was 1 year in. You want Holland experience when Mahomes was 2 years in. Now all of a sudden it's Holland experience. You want Holland experience when Lamar won MVP last year, but now all of a sudden you Holland experience. It's cool.
Who, Mahomes?
I'm just saying in general, man.
No, Lamar, I said I got to see it in the playoffs. Same with Mahomes, man. Mahomes won the Super Bowl.
It's always funny you sit with this. It's a new line each time, but it's cool, bro.
Josh got to do what Lamar and Mahomes did.
Josh, are you feeling some way about Josh today?
I'm not.
Because you brought him up again. I wasn't even talking about Josh right here. You brought
I don't know who you're talking about.
That's the name you thought of, though?
What quarterbacks are you talking about?
I'm just saying, but that's the name
because
you thought of.
I got no hate for him. I think,
I'm just saying, out of all names,
no. I thought that's why you were kind of like dismissing me a little bit about saying like fans, they're calling on for young quarterbacks and saying they're better than Brady and stuff.
I just know people like to jump the gun in terms of, this is the best guy now, or this is the guy now, or that's the guy now.
I don't think I'd do that with quarterbacks. I think I'll do it with every other position except quarterbacks.
All right then, man. It's all good.
I'm like get off my lawn type of guy with quarterbacks. Like I'm really.
We know.
Like my rankings are sacred.
Yeah, we know it's only one ranking that you have. The rest of them doesn't even count.
What do you mean?
Because we know you don't have a legit ranking. You just have Ben, and that's it. It's not a ranking. If it was a ranking, it would fluctuate. It would have like other intangibles in it. We know that. So that's why I'm like, it's not really a ranking. It's more so just this is my guy. We'll talk other positions. So,
it's my guy, man.
It's all good, man.
I got him at 1. I got him at 1. His play's backing it up this year, too. No reason to knock him off the top spot. No reason. I told you that. No reason.
What about Cleveland, man? How'd they look, man?
Oh, man. That was...
pretty much a 50 burger, man.
No, that was good. They're finding their identity. This cliche is probably getting thrown around everywhere right now. I didn't look at sports talk or anything. I'm sure everyone was saying that, though, with Cleveland, because they're finding the running game. Baker's playing safe. He's finding his niche at quarterback.
It's crazy. They scored 49 points, and he still didn't pass for 180 yards.
Yeah, so they look good. It looks like they're going to be in the mix, man. We talked about this. Them and the Raiders, I said, were the two spots for the AFC. Raiders, they might be out now, but Cleveland, it seems like they're still in. And they're going to, and I think I was reading something that, people still complaining about the Steelers only playing teams that were 0-3 now. I guess, who is it? Broncos won. They beat the Jets.
Yeah.
So they're 1-3 now. So the teams we played, there's at least one team that has one win. But they were saying, we got easy matchups coming up here with the Eagles and Browns.
Yeah.
That's not the case. I think Browns are going to be a tougher matchup.
Fair enough.
I think they're a decent squad.
I think Philly definitely has a lot of holes though, and a lot of issues.
Yeah, that's an easier matchup, but I think Browns are going to be tough, man. It's going to be a good matchup.
Well, I mean, and I do think that Cowboys defense, man, they aren't playing good at all this year. I don't know what's going on with them, bro. And I mean, when you look on paper, they're talented. They're not finding ways to finish games, man. And literally, they're a snafu on onside kick away from being 0-4. Like, think about that. Like, so that's my only thing with them. So even with Cleveland, even though I was excited to see them play the way they did against Dallas, I'm still only taking it with a grain of salt because I'm like, this Dallas team,
dude, if the guy makes the tackle on Odell Beckham on that end route,
changes everything. Alden Smith, I don't know what. Dude, he doesn't have to make the tackle. If he just runs upfield and forces Odell back to where everybody else is at, it's a dead play. I don't get it.
Yeah, I thought that was a terrible play call. Even though it worked out, I thought it was terrible.
And then I'm looking at Jalen Smith like, you want to get in a foot race with Odell instead of just trying to shoot your gun and take the tackle on him.
He almost had him.
He did, but
he almost had him.
But I'm like, why even let it come to that? Like, that's not that doesn't go in your favor. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, we know Odell. If Odell gets a chance, if it's a 20-yard sprint unabated, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna win that. So that's my only thing. I'm like, I would have much rather saw Jalen Smith at least just, hey man, if you gonna miss, at least jump at him right now and take a shot at him right now. Maybe he slows down, maybe he stumbles, maybe it gives somebody else a chance to come there. Whereas you trying to say, oh, I'm faster than Odell to this pylon, let's race. I ain't like that at all.
Yeah, that
But
game in general,
3-1 right now, bro.
Dallas coming back like that's been crazy. Dak's putting up crazy numbers.
This, what, 3 games in a row now?
Yeah, they're not even using Zeke. I mean, they're getting down so early that they kind of have to be spreading it out like this. But it's crazy because I wonder if they just did this offense like the whole time. I mean, they're killing themselves. They're shooting themselves in the foot for sure. But dude, with the weapons and everything, CeeDee Lamb's going off. You got Gallup and Cooper. Like those 2 receivers might have 1,000 yards this year.
Yeah, I just don't understand, like you said, why they want to wait to turn it on like that. But that's why a lot of times when you talk about the clutch thing in the fourth quarters, I don't like that as like this big end all be all, because I'm like, you have to do stuff in these first 3 quarters to even have a chance. Man, Dak balled out in the fourth. He went crazy in the second half. It does not matter though when you sitting down. I mean, at the one point there was 41-14 or something crazy like that. Like, dude, it don't matter what you're doing in the second half. I don't care about your final 2 minutes. I don't care about how clutch you want to be. Like, I need to see stuff throughout the game so you're not down 3-4 scores going into that quarter.
Winning matters though. Because you could say Phillip Rivers has done similar stuff to like Dak Prescott in the past where, he's able to come back in the second half. But at the end of the day, the Chargers are where they've been as a franchise in terms of winning and all that type of stuff. So it's always a combination.
I just think, man, when we talk about these clutch last 2 minutes or game-winning drives, these quarterbacks still have done stuff throughout the game.
That's just icing. That's icing on the cake to separate
I agree with that, but
the elite
I feel
from
like
the non-elite.
We can't put so much weight on that because that does not matter if you don't do anything these first 3 quarters. That's what I'm saying is the difference.
When you're talking the elite, though, the top like 6 or 7,
general,
that's something you need.
You need it all. You need the whole game. You can't take off 3 quarters and give me something to 4.
The elite 6 or 7 guys do the whole game, and they got the comeback ability too. Whenever you're down, you need the comeback. They'll bring it to you.
And then let's see what else do we have over here, man. Oh, I meant to ask you too, your thoughts on Cam Newton, man. Positive COVID, couldn't play in the game. They look like, if Cam was out there, it would have been safe to assume that they might would have had a chance, man. They gave the Chiefs trouble already.
They did.
And shout out to Belichick for that. You look at, I think the past 3 times that Mahomes has been held scoreless in the first half have all been against the Patriots with Bill Belichick.
So my take on this is I think there had to have been some conversations going on before Cam officially signed with the Patriots. I think it was end of June, early July. Right. There had to have been a wink thing going on, like, I don't know, in maybe May or...
A wink?
I don't know.
Wink.
Like, Cam was always going to sign with the Patriots. There's no way Belichick was coming into this season with Stidham and Hoyer. That's my takeaway.
Right. Okay.
You don't think?
Not really, but all right.
Cam threw it out there. He was interested in the Patriots early on in the free agency process. I think the Patriots was always interested behind the scenes.
He is a former MVP quarterback, 31 years old.
I know that always should have been the case, which they ended up signing end of June or July. I just am starting to think, all right, this was done in place beforehand.
Either way, it's not like every other team didn't have opportunity
This isn't a crazy take or anything, but like, man, there's no way Belichick was feeling good about Stidham or Hoyer. At any point, there's no way. There's no way.
You never know.
They were trying to re-sign Brady. Like, that's the thing. If he thought
we're trying to re-sign Brady, Brady was there for 20 years.
If he thought Stidham was some god, well, he thought that about Garoppolo though. You know what I mean? So like,
he traded Garoppolo away though.
If he would have had, that might have been Kraft though. There's all
still traded him away.
There's all this drama and reports and everything.
And we'll never know because we weren't there. We know that.
No, 100%. But I think if they had Garoppolo still, they would have been willing to move off Brady. But they tried to re-sign him, and Brady's like, you know what? I want to go down to the Bucs. I want to try a new chapter in my life, all that type of stuff. So if he felt that good about Stidham, I think he would have just let Brady walk, but they tried to re-sign him. That's all.
Well, there's nothing wrong with trying to re-sign a guy that's won you 6 Super Bowls.
No, not at all. But I'm just saying, if they really had that much belief in Stidham like they would have with Garoppolo, then they wouldn't have tried to...
Brady. Like, dude, if you got a chance to sign Brady, you're taking Brady right now. Like,
I would.
Like,
I'm saying the Patriots would have been making a mistake there. Nah, dude, Belichick, all the reports where he liked Garoppolo. He was willing to roll with Garoppolo.
Okay, but at the end of the day, we know what happened, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, we know how it worked out.
I don't know if that was Belichick's call, though.
But at the end of the day, he could have left if he wanted to, right?
Who,
if he felt that strong about it, he could have easily left. We've seen coaches leave before. Don't act like that doesn't happen. Don't act like we haven't seen coaches say, "Oh, you're not gonna give me my way. I'm just bounce." We've seen that numerous times.
That's a good point. If he felt that strong, maybe he didn't feel that strong about it.
So don't give me this whole, oh man, he felt that strong about Garoppolo. He was ready to move on, because if he did
feel good about him.
He could have easily said, "Well, you know what? Y'all not gonna give me my guy. I don't want to be here. I'm out."
I don't think that would have been wise, though.
We'll never know.
I think Belichick could see the field and say, you know what, maybe I'll let this one go. I'll let this one go. That's all. But anyway, yeah, I just think Cam was in the works even before he signed. That's all. There's no way. Hoyer and Stidham, they're bad, man. And Cam's been really good. So that's all.
Hey, they still found a way to keep him in the game yesterday.
That's nah, dude, they're bad. They can't keep going with them.
I'm just saying, they still kept him in the game.
Yeah, but then they blew it. Then they blew it. Both of them.
Whoa, no. Edelman blew it. Because you're not gonna put that pick six on the quarterback. That went through Edelman's hand. Hit him square in the hands.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. But I just don't see it from either of them.
I mean, you think about that. That's 7 points right there. So it's 10-19.
Yeah, it just ain't there with those quarterbacks.
It's 10-19, and we're not even gonna get on the interception or force them, however you want to call it. That didn't get, that they end up overturning, not ruling against. You know what I mean? In terms of with Mahomes when he gets stripped and all that other stuff. I mean, yeah, don't act like them boys won't about to do something. Stidham, Hoyer, they would have been trying to pull the upset off, man.
No, dude, if they had Cam, yeah, I just don't think with those quarterbacks.
I'm just saying, they had that chance last night, bro.
Yeah,
it's a drop by Julian Edelman that turns to a pick six. And then you get a bogus call where they said that he was down because he was in the grass of the defender, even though he's doing the same thing that we've seen every quarterback do when they're going down. They try to throw the ball out, and I always go like, yo, don't do it. This is dumb. We've seen multiple quarterbacks do it. Even we saw Ben do it to open it up against with James Conner. And we're like, yo, what are you doing? Don't do it. Just take the sack, go down. Any other time they rule it as, oh yeah, man, let the play go on. Yesterday, though, when you see it work against the quarterback, now all of a sudden it's, oh, he was down.
They need Cam back. That's all.
I'm just saying, man, don't act like they couldn't have done it or shouldn't have done it with them guys yesterday. That's all I'm saying, man.
He wants Cam back. That's all.
He definitely wants Cam back. I mean, we all want Cam back. They're a better team with Cam. The NFL's more fun when Cam is playing how he's playing.
Yeah, I don't think. Like, let's just say Cam's out for 2 or 3 weeks. I don't think any of it's sustainable. I think.
Well, they said that because he's been asymptomatic right now, and they haven't had another positive test from anyone. So they said he could be cleared as soon as Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, they reported that this morning. So I think that's positive, man.
Like, if they got to roll with Hoyer or Stidham again, I'm sure it'd be Stidham because I think he played better than Hoyer. But man, I don't know, man. I don't think they're looking the same. They go from what a 7-9 team with those guys. If you had to play out the rest of the season, 7-9 team, 8-8, whatever it is. Whereas with Cam, I think they're legit contenders.
I mean, so you were legit 9 points away in a bogus non-turnover call it a sack away from beating the number 1 team in the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't think it's sustainable with those quarterbacks. I really don't. They need Cam.
All right.
I don't.
I just think with Belichick, man, I think he's fine.
Either way,
we've seen it. You've seen it with Castle. You've seen it with Jacoby Brissett. You've seen it with Jimmy Garoppolo. You see it. You name the guys, he finds a way to win. It does not matter how long.
Better weapons.
It still does not matter how long they are out. It does not matter when we saw this defense.
They'll be in the mix. They're just not contenders.
Just think about how much of a fit he gave that Chiefs offense, that high-powered, crazy-powered offense, and we act like we forget how many opt-outs this Patriots defense had. This isn't even a full-strength defense. They're missing key players at each level.
They'll be in the mix. They're not contenders, though. Like I said, 8-8. If those were the quarterbacks here on out, 8-8, whatever it is. Right. But maybe they could make the playoffs as the last seed. All I'm saying
is he went 11 games with Matt Castle, and then he went 5-0 with Jacoby Brissett and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Like, let me put it this way: if Cam's the guy, I feel good about the Patriots. It's tough now because they're 2-2. Bills are 4-0, but there's legitimate conversation for the AFC East division.
Yeah, well, in the division right now, though, the Patriots are 1-0 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because they beat the Dolphins. Has it been the only division game?
I think so.
Yeah, because they had Chiefs,
they haven't played the Jets.
And who else did they play?
They haven't played the Jets or Bills.
Who am I forgetting?
Raiders.
That's who it was, yeah.
Yeah, so I just think with Cam, they're legitimate AFC East division winners or contenders for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas with Stidham and Hoyer, there's no shot.
Yeah.
Bills got it. I'd give it to the Bills.
Okay.
If Cam was COVID positive for the rest of the season, they had to roll with those guys. It's kind of over.
Okay.
They might sneak in wild card or something like that.
I'm not gonna lie though, man. My heart dropped when I saw that Cam had COVID, man. He wasn't gonna play anything. I was like, are you for real right now? And then I just got to thinking, oh, that would suck so bad. Oh.
For what? Patriots?
For us, if that ever happened during the year.
Oh, I'd lose it, dude.
I'll be, man. They handled it well. I wouldn't handle it like that. Yeah, like you talked about asymptomatic. So I'm like, oh no, what? No.
I'd lose it, dude.
What? And I went worst case. I'm like AFC Championship game. I can see it now. AFC Championship game, hosting it at Heinz. Positive COVID test. Ben. Oh God, stab me in the heart.
I'd lose it.
Just like, no, bro.
I don't know what we could do. I don't know how.
That's sick.
How
Even when they moved, I'm like, oh, okay, you moving the game. Maybe he's back. No. I would lose it, bro. That would be crazy.
I'm not going to say what I was about to say.
Well, I guess this is the bye week. I feel like we do have to do some type of like quarter update, right? When it comes to the Steelers in terms of who we've been most impressed with, what we've been most concerned with, because that's what you do on the bye week. Now, granted, this bye week happened a lot earlier than we were expecting.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's definitely something that we should do, man. So I guess, do you want to go first or you want me to go first, man?
What are we doing? It's disappointing and impressive.
Yeah. About the Steelers, yeah.
Oh, you go first.
Okay. I think for me, what I've been most impressed with, definitely starting out with Ben, man. I think, like I said, man, him coming back, the way he's been able to take some shots, the way he's been able to really just pick up where he left off, man, but be more efficient, not turning the ball over as much, a lot better decision making. I think, to me, man, that's been crazily impressive. Also, the emergence of Chase Claypool. I think that, man, he's provided a nice deep ball spark. I think he's been really consistent also these first couple of games. We've seen, like you said, with different players where they may have looked really good one game and then not so good the next game and then really good again. With Claypool, so far he's been very consistent. Each game he's made some type of wow play, some type of eye-opening play, whether it's the crazy toe tap sideline catch or him going, 70, 80 yards on a touchdown, or the crazy RPO that he catches and then pretty much seals the game against the Broncos, or against the Texans. It's things like that I'm constantly seeing with him once a game where he's making some type of just wow play. I think for me, man, that's really been impressive.
So those are your two things then?
Yeah, and a third thing, Bud Dupree.
Okay.
Once again, he's still putting up numbers, still making sure he's relevant on the opposite side. And we know how hard that could be when you're playing opposite of TJ Watt, who's a megastar, who's getting all the praise, and rightfully so. The fact that he's still making plays, the fact that he's still flashed and has done wild type stuff in each game as well. I think he's another one, man. This has been very impressive.
Okay. So my thoughts on the impressive word was, all right, this is like kind of like surprised me. Like where I sit back, I'm like, whoa, that's impressive. I wasn't expecting this at all. So like because I wanted to put Ben there. I'm like, all right, though. I felt like if Ben was healthy and all things being equal, he was going to come in and he was going to be playing like this. And so I'm impressed from that standpoint, just like, Ben coming off this year and everything. Right. But I think my main two are these two guys. Because I have same thing, like Bud Dupree, I have like TJ, Cam, like all these guys have been impressive, but it's like, all right, I already know what these guys' caliber of play is, and all things equal, like this is kind of what was expected.
I will say this though, the way that you say, like how people doubted Ben, right, coming into this year off of the injury, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's too old, he's all these other things, right? I do feel that people were questioning Bud in that same vein because of,
100%.
Oh man, well last year was because it was a contract year. He can't do it again this year. It's gonna be different now, man. He's already got a little money, so that's why for me,
true, 100%.
That's why I was like, I feel like it was more impressive because, yeah, we know. I mean, I personally believe that he was gonna do that, but I just think that as a whole, he was still doubted a lot coming into this year.
True, 100%. Good point. So my two guys were Vince Williams.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And then Tyson Alualu. Like,
look at you on defense. I like it. Double defense is right.
Well, I told you, it's just all based off like, whoa, this is impressive. I wasn't expecting this. And Vince Williams, like, the talk has always been, his little limited in coverage. Are we going to be able to get all the snaps out there for him? His main thing's pass rushing. Like, I don't know. Is there really a place for Vince Williams in today's NFL? Like, could we make this work? And he's definitely been able to make this work, leading the league in tackles for loss. I believe they had it on.
He was going into this week. I'm not sure.
I think he still is because I checked this morning. Pro Football Reference. They had 8 tackles for loss, and they had it bolded. So, unless they didn't update yet, he's leading the league in tackles for losses. And just obviously he's not going to be winning battles against receivers or maybe running backs whenever he's covering them. It's probably like a 50-50 thing. But I don't know. Whenever he's been out on the field, he's been making the splash plays where you're just like, man, I don't care if that's his limitation. If he can excel in the pass rush and the rush in general and make these type of plays, and he could do the little things. I know you talked about where if he's up against receiver, he just plays a few yards back, hoping that the pass rush can get to the quarterback faster.
He's smarter, and that's what he has been doing.
Yeah, so I think up for these first 3 weeks, he's been really impressive. That was one of the big things for me where last year he was, what did he get, like 30% of the snaps, 40% of the snaps?
Tops.
Almost forgotten. Now he comes in, he's the starter alongside Devin Bush again, and he's been making some awesome plays. So that's why I got him there. And then Tyson Alualu just kind of coming out of nowhere. He's having a career year.
That inside right now.
Obviously, Cam Hayward, Stephon Tuitt, those guys are staples on the defensive line. We know the talent, where they were drafted, all this type of stuff. So that's why I think for Alualu and Vince Williams, just it's been a pleasant surprise with both of those guys.
Absolutely. I like that, man. See, anytime you throw in a guy from the 2010 draft class, man, I'm always going to be a fan.
I knew you were
going
to say that.
I can't help myself, man. Anytime it's the 2010 guy, like, yeah, keep going, baby, keep going. I'm rooting for you. I like that.
So now, what do we got most disappointing now?
For me, I'm going with the secondary, man. I think the expectation we have for them coming in, that we knew this defense was going to be elite, but we thought that secondary was a big reason why. We know the pass rush is awesome, but we felt that we had ball hawking guys back there, and we really haven't seen those type of performances from any of the guys. This is, the safeties and corners included. They're not playing bad, but they're just not playing up to the level that we expected. And some of the plays that they've given up from just a communication standpoint, that's very frustrating when you think of a group that is returning everyone. It's not like they have a new piece back there, a new safety or a new corner. All these guys were there last year for since the second game of the season. I mean, when you think about when they brought in Minka, so it's not like they're getting used to each other. And you would just assume in a year like this that continuity is going to help out a lot. They're going to be able to pick it up and go and just continue rolling like how they've been doing. But we haven't necessarily seen that, and we haven't seen it consistently. Even when they have done it, it's been more so a flash of good and then a whole lot of not so good. To me, I think that's been the most disappointing, and hopefully they can get that thing squared up, because that's the biggest thing I feel like that's holding this team back right now, because they're not creating the turnovers there, and they're letting too many balls go over their head. You don't want to see that. That's never good as a defense, especially as a secondary. Yeah,
no, I agree with you 100%. I don't have too much more to add. I think just the silver lining could be the Texans game where we completely shut them out in the second half, and then all the gashes and the big time plays the Texans were able to get in the first half. We talked about this. Some of it had to do with just Deshaun Watson being able to dodge the pass rush and keep the plays alive. Right. So I think that's the silver line. I think there was a step in the right direction with the secondary in the Texans game. But yeah, for the most part, that's probably been the biggest disappointment, especially with the expectations coming in. Joe Hayden, Pro Bowl cornerback, Minka Fitzpatrick, All-Pro safety, and then Terrell Edmonds, first-round pick, and obviously he had a lot of tackles last year. Some people were disappointed with him, but I mean, we think he's a really solid player. He's going to make a jump this year.
Right.
And then Steven Nelson as well, a lockdown quarterback, who's been wanting more praise. You could even just say in general, Hayden and Nelson being a top cornerback duo in the league, just that secondary in general. That's where the expectations were, and it doesn't feel that way thus far this season.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, I agree, man. But hopefully, man, coming out of the bye, this is typically where you see teams. And the problem is it wasn't a normal bye. It wasn't like they got the opportunity to prepare for a bye week going in. This is what we want to work on and things like that. So I do understand that that's going to be a little bit different in terms of what they look like coming out of the bye. But traditionally, you would hope that they got some of those kinks worked out. Like I said, this is different because they didn't treat this like a normal bye. They spent the first couple of days preparing for a team compared to just the first couple of days worrying about yourself, self-scouting in terms of, all right, what can we do to improve on our coverage? What can we do to improve on our passing attack? All right, what are some things that we have struggled with that we got to put more emphasis on? They weren't going into last week doing that, whereas in a traditional bye, that's what you do on that off week. When you know you don't have that game, we're not looking at anybody's tape except ours. We're saying, what are we doing good? What are we not doing good? And I do think they got robbed of that a little bit because of how last minute this became a bye week and things like that. But You know, they're professionals. In the words of Coach Tomlin, we do not care.
Yeah, we're good.
Find a way, man. Find a way.
Is that it? Is that all we got?
I feel like it is, man.
Because
I know you got a bomb for me, man. What you got?
Well, I got a couple things. I got a couple things from the around the league here that I wanted to get your take on.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this isn't really a take. I just... maybe you can consider it one.
Drop that, D.
Dude, the rookie receivers have been pretty good.
They have. CD.
Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy. I mean, he's had some drops and everything, but then you have Brandon Ayuk showing out.
He looked really good.
Chenault down in Jacksonville, he's been heating up a little bit, and then obviously Chase Claypool. Nah, it ain't like that, but I mean, he's put up some numbers last week. And then Chase Claypool here. I just got to say shout out to the rookie receivers. They've been pretty impressive here.
They definitely have, man. Who do you think has been the best of the group right now? I think Chase has definitely flashed. Jefferson's looked really good opposite of Thielen. CeeDee Lamb, man, when he's gotten opportunities, I thought he's looked good. I feel like Jerry Jeudy would be the best if he just consistently caught the ball. He's just so inconsistent right now. And it's a test to how good he is, though, because even with his inconsistency, I feel like he's still in the mix. Yeah. But if he just caught 90% of the passes, 95% of the passes, I don't think it's close. I think he's really just that good right now. And in terms of the opportunities he's getting, what he is when the ball is in his hand and things like that. But you got to be consistent in this league, baby. I
got to go with Jefferson. Yeah. Are you going with Lamb? Jefferson's got 348, one touchdown. Lamb's got 309, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. And 2 of those touchdowns came in this past game against the Browns, too.
I got to go Jefferson.
I'm going Lamb. I do like Jefferson's celebration, though. Jefferson can celebrate.
He got me. I'm a fan now.
I'm sold. I'm not gonna lie. That sold me. If you give me a good celebration, your first impression, I'm like, you know what? I'm a believer.
All right, so you're a believer in Jefferson. You're going with Lamb, though.
I'm going Lamb. Yeah.
We would say Jeudy probably has the best upside though to just start dominating.
Jeudy, I think, could be the best. And this is not a knock to any of these other rookie receivers. I just think that he is just that good in terms of his speed, athletic ability, run after. But the problem is he's just not consistent, and he's going to get more opportunities. Like I like Chase Claypool. I think long term has a chance to be better.
100%. Yeah,
but I just don't think he's going to get those opportunities with this Steelers offense and the weapons he's playing it with.
Unless the opportunities just come as the season goes. Right. But whereas with everything Jeudy, we know up to this point.
Yeah, Jeudy is the focal point right now, man. They're trying to feed him the ball. Even when he's having 2 and 3 drops in the game, they're still gonna make sure he's getting those opportunities. So that's why I just think, as it stands this year, I think he has the best chance because of the offense, because of the opportunities. Whereas in Dallas, we know with CeeDee Lamb, we talked about it, man. They got 2 other receivers who we think gonna have 1,000 yards at the end of the year, and they haven't even been featuring Zeke yet. Like,
I think I'd be interested if you agree. If I had a franchise, whatever, and I'm thinking about receivers, I think I would need a number 1 with Jefferson and Lamb to feel good about them. Yeah. Whereas, like, if I want a number 1, I'm taking Jeudy or Claypool. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I think Jefferson and Lamb could put up massive numbers. They're going to be
crazy high-end 2s.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that, though. They've been awesome. I'm going Jefferson. I got one more thing. Is it time for Tua?
Is it time for Tua?
I think it is.
I mean, it's up to you. I'm not opposed to it, but at the same time, I don't really see the benefit of throwing him into this situation right now. Like, you throwing him out there just for the sake of throwing him out there? Cool.
I don't know. I just don't think anything's changing. I don't think anything's changing with Fitzpatrick, though.
But I don't think that was ever going to be the case. The whole situation was let Tua get completely healthy, let Tua get eased into this thing, and whenever y'all feel that he's ready and organizationally you're ready to turn that page, then you do. But we've seen this numerous times. You put a young quarterback out there too soon and he gets damaged, it changes everything. It doesn't matter how much talent you have. Once you get damaged, it's over. Now, Joe Burrow, he's been surprised.
I was going to say, then you got to tip your cap to Burrow and Herbert coming out like this.
You definitely, more so Burrow, because I think the Chargers team is good. The question mark was quarterback. And Herbert has shown that he's been able to operate. They also been doing a good job protecting him. Cincinnati, Joe Burrow's been running for his life. He's making plays, but he's not being protected the same way. And right now, he's just been on the good end of it. When that thing gets later and he starts playing some teams that really got dogs up front like that could get ugly for him. And we know once you get a couple of them guys that get battered, man, we seen it. It changes everything, man.
That's the whole question, though. Yeah. It's like, man, are you really cut out for it then?
I don't think it's that simple, man.
You don't think?
I don't, man. I don't think it's that simple.
Because like Goff came back from a really bad rookie year. I mean, there's quarterbacks that come back from that type of stuff.
I don't think it's that simple, man.
I get it. I mean, that's like a whole nother conversation. If like we wanted to deep dive into what first round quarterbacks came back after bad first years. Is it right to throw someone out there as opposed to let them sit? Because then you could say the whole thing with Mahomes. Like their plan was to let him sit. But
and it worked. They didn't put him into it the last game of the year.
At the same time, though, I think they made the playoffs that year.
They did.
Whereas, like with the Dolphins, you know, if you're 1-5, I think they're 1-3 right now. I don't think there's any hope for them to make the playoffs.
Yeah, so
with
if you
Fitzpatrick.
don't have any hope, anyways.
No, I'm saying could you get some hope with Tua?
But is it going to be enough where you make the playoffs? That's the real question you're asking yourself.
Do
you think the Dolphins make the playoffs this year with Tua? If they would have put Tua in this week going for the rest of the year, do you think they're a playoff team?
I think that's the whole argument. It's like, all right, let's see.
But this is my thing. They're more than just a quarterback away. It's not, it's bad quarterback play. That's why they're not good enough.
They played the Seahawks decent, like on defense and everything.
They did.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I think it's time for Tua.
I'm cool, man.
What do you think? Are you worried about the injuries? That would be the one thing I'm concerned about. I'd just be concerned about the injuries.
Yes, but that's a part of being battered. When I'm not talking about you just go out here and play a bad game. I'm talking about you getting banged out, man. They come in here and they hitting you multiple times. They just getting at you because your team as a whole just isn't good. That's what I'm more concerned about. If Tua, think about it. If Tua isn't any other team or they don't have Fitzpatrick on the team, Tua is their guy. For right, wrong, or whatever, man, it is what it is. But I feel like when you have this type of situation right here, where you're not forced to put him in, where you're not trying to compete for a playoff spot, I don't see the value in just throwing him out there for the sake of throwing him out there. If you wanted him to be your guy, you wanted to contend for the playoffs this year, then you start in week 1. Like, that's how I view it. But if after 5 games, now all of a sudden you're like, all right, yeah, let's go to it. I'm like, what changed in 5 weeks?
So you don't think they had a chance, like, weren't thinking playoffs with Fitzpatrick?
I personally don't, no.
Okay.
Because if you were, you go with Tua from day one. We know that Fitzpatrick from a above the neck standpoint has seen a lot of football. And we know from, like I said, pre-snap stuff, some of his checks he can do. That's great. But from a talent standpoint, Fitzpatrick isn't in the same conversation as Tua. We know that. Tua, with Fitz, he can get hot. We know he's streaky, super streaky, and he has just enough where he can make it interesting.
Yeah.
But we believe Tua is a legit franchise quarterback, a guy that can change the whole outlook of your organization. Yeah. If I really wanted that this year, I'm doing that from the jump. I'm pulling the same move that the Bengals did with Joe Burrow and Andy Dalton. If anything, I would expect it the move that they did with trading Dalton or getting rid of Dalton and then allowing Burrow to take over. I would expect Miami to do that with Fitzpatrick. Just say, get rid of him. Let's let Tua be the guy. Both of them organizations operate a little differently though right now, man.
Yeah.
I just see it, man, where the Bengals, like I said, right now, I feel like they're getting lucky in terms of Burrow not getting completely killed, but it still is in a good situation for him. But they kind of forced their hand by getting rid of Dalton. With the Dolphins, they're doing it how we thought they would do it in Cincinnati. You're like, hey, man, you don't have to rush to throw Tua out there. Is Tua being out there and getting you 5 wins this year really going to be that big of a difference? If anything, it hurts you because now you're not even getting a good player in the draft in terms of what you could be getting. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking of. Well,
here's the question then. They go, let's say they go 3-13 or something with Fitzpatrick. Mm-hmm. Do you know what you have in Tua? That's the whole thing. Where
I think you know what you had in Tua when you drafted him. You believed in him. That's why you took him where you took him. If you had questions about him, you take him in the
Lawrence
second, third, or
Fields,
fourth, right?
or I don't think this Lance guy might be overrated, but Lawrence and Fields, I don't know. You could do the same thing as the Cardinals, but the Cardinals at least got to see Rosen. I don't know. We've talked about this, that you think that Rosen got like the short end of the stick.
Oh, it was a terrible situation.
But like, I don't know. I guess it would be nice to know what you had in Tua. Like if Tua comes in and you bounce back and you go like 8-8, you're like, oh wow, I'm feeling really good.
Yeah, feeling really good. Picking at 17, 18, huh?
Yeah, but at least you know you got your guy.
Yeah, but at least now you're not gonna be able to get a top 10 pick either.
What do you mean? Now we're talking tanking. I don't know. I think you're at this.
But I'm not saying I'm not talking tanking. I'm just simply saying, is those 5 wins that Tua might give you worth that? That's what I'm asking you.
I think it's just seeing if you got your guy seeing if he could spark hope. Maybe make the playoffs because you're at this point in the season 1-3.
You see him every day in practice. You scouted him when he was in college. You watched everything about him. When you take a guy in the top 10, you know everything about this guy. If they didn't think that that was their guy, you don't draft that guy when you drafted him. The reason with Josh Rosen and people, well, what about Rosen in Arizona? It was two different organizations in terms of the management people who were there, in terms of the coaching staff, two different coaching staffs, two different management teams that were part of those picks. That's why it's different in terms of Rosen being there and then Rosen gone the next year because, well, now Rosen was a part of this coach's regime. He was the new guy. He wanted that guy. Now it's a whole new coach and he wants this guy. That was that whole situation. Whereas when you're talking about with Miami, they still got the same guy. I mean, unless Flores is about to get fired next year, I don't see that happening. I just don't think that it benefits them like that to just throw him out there for the sake of throwing him out there. You know what you have in Tua. Tua is going to be a good quarterback. We know that. I don't think that that's up for debate. I think it's just more so, when do you want to throw him out there? If you're not pressed to throw him out there this year, I mean, if they said that, you know, in training camp, if Tua would have been like, hey, man, my hip ain't feeling good right now, we're going to put him on IR for the first half of the year. Or matter of fact, we just going to redshirt this whole season. We would have been like, all right, cool. We expected that. But because he was healthy now, so all of a sudden, well, man, we 4 or 5 games in, man. Let's throw him out there now.
If he's healthy.
Nah.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I don't know if he's fully healthy. That's the whole question. That would be my concern. Mm-hmm. That would be my concern. If he's fully healthy, it's kind of like, why not? At some point, you know, you got to play. Mm-hmm. Nah, that's my thing.
I like it. It's all good. I'm sure we different, man. Hey, it's difference of philosophies, man. No biggie.
Yeah.
I think that was that everything.
I think that's everything.
Hot take for me. What you got, man?
I don't actually. Nah, it's not football related, so we're good.
All right.
I was thinking it actually.
I don't know why you waste time by doing it. You say, all right, I got another one, but now I ain't gonna talk about it. And then you still drop it. So let's take out the loading. Let's take out
band shirts. Band shirts. It should be a requirement for someone to wear a band shirt, one of these vintage band shirts, the trendy band shirts. You got to listen to the album, at least one album of the band before you wear the shirt.
Why?
You need to. It should be a rule. We can't be doing this anymore. Just people wearing band shirts have no clue who the band is or one song.
If it looks good, that's all that matters.
I think you got to wear it though. I think you got to listen to an album at least. Nah. It could be greatest hits. It could be anything. You just got to listen to an album.
Oh, cool.
One round through. Pop a CD and let's throw it back a little bit if you're gonna wear like a vintage tee like that.
Well, I mean, if it was vintage, then you would pop a cassette or vinyl.
Yeah, even that. Either one. It doesn't matter. But that's my thing. I don't think people should be allowed to wear band shirts unless they know who the band is and have listened to an album, listened to maybe like 10 or 15 of their songs.
Why isn't it like that with like all clothes though?
Huh?
Why isn't it like that with all clothes?
What do you mean?
All logos.
Band's different, man. Like music and everything. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like for example, right? No Lack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we come up here, we wear No Lack. A person might see that and say, I'm gonna go buy a No Lack shirt. They don't have a clue what No Lack stands for or anything like that.
You don't have a bad point. Like if someone's wearing like Patagonia or like Columbia or North Face, you should go for a hike before you wear that.
Like, no, I'm not going on a hike. I live in the North. I'm wearing a Columbia coat or a North Face coat, and I'm not walking up nobody's mountain, man.
That's not a bad point. I don't mind that.
If I wear Nikes, I'm supposed to go work out today.
I do feel like a fraud if I'm wearing a brand that I don't really like associate with.
Like, I just feel like if you like it, you like it.
Because I think my brother, you're right. He had a Patagonia hat, and I would wear it sometimes. And I would feel like a fraud, even though I liked how it looked. I didn't do that camping lifestyle or anything. So, yeah, maybe I should have done that.
No, I think you could just like the outfit, you can admire it, and just rock that. It's like, man, you can't wear basketball shoes if you don't hoop.
There's less investment.
You can't wear running shoes if you don't run.
There's less investment though on just throwing on some music than going for a hike.
Nah, man, I think all that's overrated. What if you're a person just off your religious beliefs, you don't listen to secular music?
Then why are you wearing the shirt? Why are you wearing?
You can wear whatever you want to wear. Just because you wear it doesn't mean that you endorse it from a standpoint of, oh man, everything they believe in, this is what I want. If that's the case, we really break down Nike. We can get into what Nike does in terms of how they mass produce their stuff. Are we supporting that? Nah, but we still wear their stuff though. We don't 100% believe in everything they believe in. That's all I'm saying, man.
You need to open up then and start listening to some music outside of your box. That's all.
I'm just saying.
If you're gonna wear the shirt, I think you got to listen to the music.
Well, if you're gonna wear Nikes, then you need to go out there and run over here every time, man, and do push-ups when you come down here, all right? Because you need to really embrace the Nike workout culture. Okay.
I think music's a little different.
No, man. I think Nike
the more
is a little different,
it,
man, because it doesn't take anything to work out a little bit, man. You can run up and down your stairs, man. You know.
All right. I mean, yeah, I think if you're wearing Nike, you should work out. You're right.
You wear a lot of Nike, so
that's not a bad idea. I should probably work out a little bit more. Okay. You're right.
And with a no lag shirt on, we know what no lag stands for. You know,
no
what I mean?
one likes a camper. What do you mean?
Exactly. So I'm just saying, like, so when you're wearing no lag, I mean, you're supposed to be getting after it, right? You're not supposed to be slacking on anything.
I try for the most part.
But if you're wearing Nikes, you're supposed to be working out. No lag mean you can't slack out either. So you need to go really hit the gym real quick, man.
I know. I need to. You're right.
So
that's a good wake up call.
You going? You out?
I'll do it on my own time. Just like you could listen to the music or the album on your own time. You just got to do it before you throw on the shirt. That's all.
Well, have you done it before you throw it on the fit?
This is good, man. This is good because this is a good life lessons because probably when you wake up, you probably should work out before you throw on some clothes or like Nikes or whatever it is.
That's what they say, man. Health is wealth.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
See? So stop slacking. You got your Nike on, so just do it, all right? Stop slacking and just do it.
Here's my point. I know we're joking about this, but you're actually saying positive things to me. If you're wearing that brand, you should be doing that. And I'm saying positive things to the people wearing these band shirts. Listen to some good music. So you got the shirt on.
Jordan shirt, I should go hoop today.
Nah, I think you could watch some Jordan highlights. You could. I don't think a Jordan brand necessarily means you gotta hoop. I think it's appreciating Jordan. Right. And
what
just
about
like
Oakley? What does Oakley stand for? They gotta. What's their brand?
I don't know. They're mixed.
Like them like glasses.
They're mixed.
Yeah.
I think golf. You wear some Oakleys, go golfing. Just get outdoors.
It's not really my thing outside of a football visor, bro.
I think that's it. Get outside. Go do something.
Fair enough.
It could be as simple as driving a car, going to the bank or something. Just wear your Oakleys. Just get out.
You're funny, bro. Is there anything else you got for us, bro?
That's it, dude. I've had enough with these band shirts. I was just thinking that you gotta, because I play the drums, so I know a lot of these bands, and just trying to talk to some people, it's like, yo, what's your favorite song? I have no clue. All right, give me a break.
I'm 100% with it. I love it. Yeah.
I swayed you.
No. I'm saying I'm 100% with the people that say, oh, I don't know that song. I don't know that group. I don't care about them. I like the shirt. I'm with you, bro. There's plenty of shirts I've worn where I'm like, I have never listened to their music a day in my life. I probably will never listen to their music a day in my life. But I love how this shirt looks, so I'm going to rock it. I might even wear it multiple times.
What's the harm in just throwing on a CD real quick and listening?
What's the harm in not throwing it on? I'm still not going to care about it. It's not going to make my top 5.
It could be a nice conversation piece whenever someone asks you about it.
But a lot of times, what if I don't want to have that conversation anyways? I'm wearing a shirt because I like how it looks, not because I like the people in it, not because I like what they stand for. And I don't want to have a conversation about this group that I don't have any care about anyways. So I just wear my shirt. You ask me about them, I don't know anything about them. And then from there, we good.
Okay. I think that's it, though. I think that's it.
I love it, man. I love it. Now I'm about to start just buying only band shirts that I've never watched, never heard, never listened to.
That's unfortunate.
Yep, that's gonna be my mood. Now that I know that's one of your pet peeves. Oh, nah, I got your pet peeve. Oh yeah, it's on. It is on.
Wow.
But that is gonna be kind of difficult for me because I do just like music in general.
I know.
That's my only issue. So
I'm surprised you didn't agree with what I was saying.
Nah, that's because I know me, man. Yeah, but I'm gonna have to deep dive and find me something that I haven't heard. That's gonna be difficult though.
Yeah.
But anywho, man, that was fun, bro.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, good bye week action. Now when we come back, we can get back on track, man, previewing these next matchups, man. So we appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. It was a blast as always. Shout out to all the subscribers out there. Yeah. And until next time.
Peace.